So going forward into this next video, pretty much is what the wire and harness, minus the stuff that was already involved, stuff you still gotta connect. It's roughly 11 wires right here. Sensor, ground, hot and run. But as you can see, it's a total of 22 wires altogether. Right there, those three sensor plugs, you know, you got the wires already connected. So if you take enough of the original harness intact, it'll be less to connect. Then you got to realize that exterior temp sensor, sunload, you got one from there, one goes to sensor ground. Same thing with this one from there, one goes to sensor ground. And also the relay from the Roadmaster, you can repin the Caprice one. It would just be one wire not used. And this one goes to the harness. This one goes to your defog, hot and run, hot at all times. And then this splices down at the bottom. And also the plugs for the blower motor. And then the blower motor module, blower motor. If you get the one, this one's from also a Roadmaster, comes already spliced together. So you're all just really connecting these. As you can see, it's a ground, hot and run. One connects straight to the blower motor. And then I believe one runs up to those harnesses up there. It's not a hard harness. It's just you gotta have a lot of the stuff. Even if you don't get this from a Roadmaster, you could splice in these from the Caprice. But going forward in the video, I'm gonna basically have the harness already done. Also, there's many different locations to source something like a hot and run, a ground, hot at all times. Recently what I've been doing is using this plug. I cut off these right here and then reuse this plug because it has hot and run, ground, hot at all times. And then you could tap in the defog here, where instead of keeping it at the down by the blower motor, you could actually wire it up here. I've done a car like that, but this is another option. So pretty much it's a 23 wire harness, but depending on how much you save of the original one, you're not really connecting 23 wires because, you know, most of these still got their plugs. As you can see, 5 wire, six wire, 2 wire. Right there alone, 13 on the other 10. Those 2 for the sunload. And then the PWM you don't use. Not a lot of wires that you're really actually connecting. So in terms of the harness, it's 23 wires altogether. Here's the breakdown of the C and D side plugs. The one wire that I've noticed is sometimes not in it is the EM input, D7. But if you saved enough from the Roadmaster wire harness intact, usually it's interior temp sensor, HVAC vacuum control solenoid sensor, and the heater, the blend door actuator. Usually those pigtails are intact, so it's the other sensors that you need to rebuild. So now that we have those three, we have the three sensors that still need to get connected, which are the sunload temperature sensor, the outside air temperature sensor, and the blower motor control module sensor. For the blower motor control module, when wiring this up, the easiest way is that you have taken the new plugs from the blower motor control module, which are 2, and the 1 plug for the blower motor, all from the Roadmaster, because the blower motor splices into the blower motor control module and then runs up to the harness. You can do this with the Caprice blower motor pigtail, just means you're gonna have to be splicing in a couple other locations, such as the black wire and the blower motor feedback into the blower motor pigtail. As you can see, the two goes in right there. This one will replace this one. And since these are all together, they wind up not being used. Once you take down that screw, now you can see the purple. The connection for the blower motor. You'll be tapping these two, the ground and the blower motor wire. Splice them into the new one. So, PWM not used. Diagnostic port goes right here. Illumination goes right here. This one's AC request. Should go right here. These A and B are for the other sensor we still have to put on, the exterior temp sensor. Sunload sensor already wired in. That will go back here. And then the couple that we got to do down there: blower motor, hot and run, ground. So pretty much gonna fish this, tap these two here, fish it all the way to the front. So this pretty much goes like so. Run the wire. Got a hole already down there, so coming up, and then you plug it into there. Tap it in, splice it in. Do how you do. What is good to note is that the bodies came with the actual plug. So find the wire in the harness. You could eliminate running your own wire. I usually just like to do it this way. Next one up here to connect is exterior temp sensor. You got a sensor ground and then the one that goes to the brain itself, and then the two wires from the front. I'll connect the other two up there once I pick which color I'm gonna go with, and then go with the same up there. So as you can see, we will be reusing green off of this and one brown. One of the other browns actually ties into this one. And then this side, the purple, which is the defog, and the orange one, can't remember if that was all times or hot and run. You're going to use that one for illumination. You're going to use the gray. Two wires connected. Green comes from this plug. Brown, hot and run. Gray, illumination, right there. hot and run from old relay right there, connects right there. Blower motor cut from the purple. Ground comes from up there. Last one's defogger. The defogger, purple. From the relay comes up. This is your rear window defogger. This wires into this. I gotta fix this, but this goes to the relay. This is what triggers the defog. For data line connection, just gonna extend the wire. We'll go down